Now, as the ban on the BBC documentary heads to the top court of the country, Law Minister Kiren Rijiju has tweeted, and I quote, "For how long can false propaganda be sustained? The matter is settled and set aside by the highest court of India. What is the motive of these kind of people? What is their objective? Is the Supreme Court of India supreme or the BBC? India has moved beyond this colonial mindset." Strong words coming in from the Law Minister as there are two pleas in the top court of the country. The hearing will be on the 6th of February to lift the ban on this documentary, which the government says is a threat to law and order. I'm joined by my colleague Ananya Bhatnagar, who's getting us this piece of breaking news. Ananya, strong words coming in from the Law Minister, slamming what he calls vested interests behind the pleas to lift this ban on the documentary. But take us through the arguments that the top court is set to witness on the 6th of February.
Well, remember, Rashman, that there are 4 pleas that are listed before the topmost court of the country. One by Mr. N. Ram, senior journalist, another by M.L. Sharma, another by, Mohua Moitra, and another by Prashant Bhushan. While some of the pleas challenge a ban that has been provided by the central government over these documentary that has been produced by the BBC, while the other petitions actually challenge the tweets that were deleted by, the Twitter and other platforms after the government had issued blocking orders. And these were the tweets by Mr. N. Ram and also Mr. by Prashant Bhushan. So the Law Minister has been critical of this documentary since the very beginning of the time when the documentary has come out. He had tweeted that the people are with the colonial mindset and are not believing the judgment of the topmost court of the country and are still believing the British rulers and those who are in the UK. Apart from that, he has now given out 2 tweets. Number one, one tweet that came in the morning today, wherein he said that the Supreme Court would be wasting its time when it would be dealing with such kind of petitions, while the normal people would be waiting for justice in the country. And now again, he has sent another tweet which says that for how long would false propaganda can sustain? The matter is settled and set aside by the highest court of the country. Because remember that it was a SIT that was set up by the topmost court of the country, which had dealt with the Gujarat riots to 2002 and had given out a clean sheet to the Prime Minister. And also various prosecutions that happened after that SIT had given out. And in fact, if you remember, Teesta Sheetalwad was one of those who were prosecuted after the SIT's findings. So clearly, at this point of time, the Law Minister is doing all against this whole documentary, and we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out on February 6th when this matter actually reaches the top court of the country and it is dealt. Now, another important question that emerges out at this point of time is whether it would be the Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, Dhananjay Yashwant Chandrachud, who would be dealing with this petition, or would there be a different quorum that is actually assigned for hearing all these petitions, and what are the arguments that would be addressed by all of these petitioners and also by the central government defending all of this ban? Because remember that this ban is not in a written order. It is by way of the IT rules. It is by way of oral orders, but then no written orders, in fact, have been passed at this point of time, wherein it says that this documentary is censored or banned in the country. So we'll have to wait and watch as to how things pan out before the topmost court of the country and what arguments are put forth by both of the sides. Ayushman.
Right. Thank you, Ananya, for getting